we are leaving beautiful Dubai. We're getting on our Oman Air flight. I went through a 3-hour kerfuffle with Alaska Airlines because about 3 days into our trip to Dubai, I got an email from Oman Air saying our tickets have been canceled. We booked business class about 7 or 8 months ago. I called Oman Air. They said I had to call Alaska because that's who I booked the tickets through. Ended up spending like 3 hours on the phone with them. We were still getting errors. We couldn't check in ahead of time, but fortunately it seems like everything's okay now. I told the ticket agent at Oman Air here at Dubai that we were supposed to be on business all the way through, and he looked at me and said, well, that would be impossible because the plane you're flying to Muscat doesn't have a business class. All it has is economy. So figure the odds. So that was 3 hours of fun. I'm not gonna film the economy class flight, that's only an hour long. I'll do the business class flight in the lounge in Oman once we get to Muscat. All right, stick around.
Welcome to Voyager Smith. In 2024, my wife and I sold our house and all of our belongings and left for Thailand from the United States with our 2 Labrador retrievers. Join us as we review all of our travel and talk about our experiences living abroad. And if you find this information useful, don't forget to give us a like and subscribe. It really helps us out. Now enjoy the video. All right, welcome to Muscat and Oman Air's business class lounge. This was a very, very nice lounge. I thought the styling was very apropos since you're in the Middle East in Oman. Some people have complained because they think the hallways meander too much and there's too much compartmentalization, but I actually like it. I think, you're about to be crammed on an airplane for several hours and packed in tight with people. This way you can find a space where you can kind of isolate yourself a little bit. This was the main seating area for dining. On each table was a menu, so you can order straight from a menu and have stuff cooked for you. I had it. It was absolutely delicious. I highly recommend it. Although, if you want to eat the food on the flight, you may not want to fill up on the stuff in the lounge. So that's a personal decision. This is their full-service bar. I thought this was a great bar. They offer cocktails, wines, beers, and a comfortable seating area. I actually ordered some food in the other room and asked them if they'd bring it to me in the bar area, and they said, sure, no problem. This is another back area. This one looked like it had all the stuff to put food out, but there was none out. I think it was because our flight was the only one that was leaving at that time. So I'm not going to say that this is the best airport lounge bar on Oman Air, but they did serve Hendrix, and they asked me if I wanted a double. So we'll take a look now at the Oman Lounge bathrooms. Very, very nice, very meticulously clean. They also had showers if you wanted them. We had just come off an hour flight, so we weren't really needing them. But anyways, wanted to show you guys what they look like. Here's the amenities that they provide for you in the shower. Because we're in the Middle East, of course, all the fixtures are gold, but still very, very tastefully done and very, very nice. Yeah, pretty much everything you want in a bathroom, even cloth hand towels. So here's a look at the menu that you can order from in the lounge. Feel free to pause it if you want to take a longer look. They did have some stuff that was pre-prepared, so I went out and filmed a little bit of that for you guys to see. So here's a look at the plane we're flying tonight. It's a 787-9. You can see business class is in a 222 configuration, and economy is in a 333 configuration. The business class seats are done in the Collins aerospace fashion, so the window seat has its own separate passageway, so you don't have to climb over somebody to reach the aisle.
So I didn't realize this, but we're in their new Aria suites, and they are pretty nice, I gotta say. Like, here's the seat in the aisle, not bad. My seat, I mean, let's take a look here.
So these are our seats, 15A and B. They were in a weird section. There was literally one row of business class seats in this section. Everything else was forward of the galley in front of it. But the seats were comfortable. They were the new Aria suites, and economy is in a 333 configuration. The business class seats are done in a 222 configuration. The It had the Collins airspace configuration, so you can walk around. There was plenty of storage room. You can see, even though I'm in the aisle seat, I had plenty of leg room. It wasn't an issue. The window seat is absolutely huge. I mean, you need a remote control to operate the IFE because it's so long. The TV screen is like feet away from you. Here's a look at the menu. Feel free to pause it if you want to take a look at it. I actually didn't eat. I was full from the lounge, and it was a red-eye flight. You're recording.
Okay, here is the amenity kit. We have this faux leather bag, and it says Amouage on it. And then we have standard cleansing gel, hand cleansing gel, some mouthwash, earplugs, eye mask, a lip balm, a facial moisturizer, and then this roll-on scented balm, I guess. And it's nice, it's herbal smelling. And then you have some socks. And that's about it for the amenities kit.
Here's a look at the bed in the fold down position. It was a very, very comfortable bed. I would say one of the best business class lie flat seats. Plenty of length, plenty of width.
For the drink selections, I had the Duval Leroy Brut Reserve. It's a very good Chardonnay. And then the wine, I had the Pinot Noir from Marlborough, New Zealand. Bright, expressed with red cherry, cranberry, and spice, silky texture, and a refined, elegant finish. It was delicious. I had a couple glasses. They also have cocktails, spirits, beers. I did not partake. Well, it is definitely the best lentil soup I've ever had. It has Omani spices, cumin, and I don't even know what else, but it is delicious with pita bread, crisps on top, and it's very delicious. I have to say, this baked canupa is really good. It's a very light dessert. Mascarpone cheese, flaky strings of pastry, I guess, with pepita seeds on top. It was so nice. Well done.
So does Oman Air stack up against the big three, Emirates, Qatar, and Etihad? I would say it's close. You can definitely tell it's a smaller airline than any of the big three in the Middle East. The service was excellent. The food was good that I had. The lounge was great. We were in that weird isolated business class row that I don't think we got the same attention that the people in the Ford business class seats got. I think we were a little bit of an afterthought, but overall I thought it was still good. My wife had no complaints about the service. And would I fly Oman Air again? Absolutely. I thought it was a definite solid airline. I would say it's probably like 80% of what Emirates, Qatar, and Etihad are. Is probably where I'd grade it. But anyways, if you like this, please don't forget to like and subscribe.